Here we are once again from the WISPAPALOOZA floor at CVTV, Channel Vision Magazine, Brady Hicks, and right now we have three fantastic representatives from Azotel. It's an Irish company. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't, but we're going to learn a little bit more about it right here today. We have North American Sales Distribution, Michael Sheward. How you doing, Michael?
Good, thank you.
All right, we have Anouck Sprock, who does support.
Yes, thank you.
And we have the CEO, John O'Hare. How you doing, John?
Very good, thank you very much.
All right, fantastic. Michael, let me start off with you. Tell us a little bit about Azotel for maybe those, especially here in the U.S., who aren't quite so familiar.
Sure, yeah. So we're a billing and operational support platform. We've been around for quite a while. I've been working with Azotel since 2008. The reason why we actually started working with Azotel is because we were representing some other products, and those products did not have good support, and we ended up searching high and wide on the internet and found Azotel, and since then we've been working with them.
Now, what is the introduction to WISP here? You know, how did the company kind of go about that transition?
John, I'm going to let you take that.
No problem, Mike, thank you very much. So yeah, just a little bit of history. We started out actually as a WISP ourselves in Ireland back in 2003. We were actually the first to bring a Motorola canopy unit, if somebody recognises that brand, into Europe. So from there we built out a WISP ourselves, and it was during that process that we discovered all the issues that we basically solved through Azotel. And in essence what we want to do is automate the process from initial customer contact all the way through to going live and the whole life cycle of that customer. If you think about it, the larger operators have these systems, but they're multi-million-dollar systems, right? So we're a small ISP starting out, and you need to have the same resource available to you in order to be able to compete. So that's the idea behind Azotel, So over there, we sold that WISP in 2005. We took the proceeds, reinvested. We actually ran it as a franchise model in the Irish market for 3 years. So that gave us the ability to have essentially a master portal with visibility across all the franchisees. And that model still works very successfully in the Irish market today. However, in 2008 we had the territory, Ireland is a small country, so we had it covered out, and we needed to go overseas, and that's when Mike and us basically found each other. And we have never looked back. So once we landed in the US in 2008, we have grown the market here substantially. Across North America, again serving similar ISPs to what we started, but the key always has been taking the problems identified by those ISPs, solving that in the software, automating the process, and making it a very smooth transition all the way through from initial customer contact through to those customers going live. So it very much, if I want to maybe show the screen back here, I can give you a little bit more in depth if that is okay. And so in essence what we start, it's a CRM system. Essentially all the contact details about the customers involved, it's stored in that system. And what we do then is we integrate very closely with the network. So what we want to do is be able to automatically do the install and provisioning piece. So again, that cuts out a lot of the manual tracking and work systems. From there, once the customer goes live, obviously they need to get a service and we need to charge for that service. So we're very much tied into the actual billing piece, controlling what service is given to the customer through the bandwidth management. And then the best piece of the solution is to auto-disconnect the bad customers who do not pay. So we have a very slick system for actually informing customers your deadline is coming up, and if they do not pay, then the system will automatically disconnect those customers. They have the portal to pay online, they're back online, and essentially all that is automated, what is traditionally very much a manual process by the ISPs, So that's the full kind of circle of all the systems that we have integrated into one platform. So typically when a WISP will come to us, they will have a separate system for CRM. They might have QuickBooks or Sage or something for the billing. They will have something else for payment collection. They will have a management system from the vendor for provisioning the equipment. What we're doing is pulling and integrating all those systems together, So I hope that gives a little bit of background as to what we do.
Well, that's fantastic. Let me ask you guys, what do you consider to be the key strength in the U.S. market? Mike, I'll turn to you.
Yeah, thank you. So what we feel is one of our most important strengths is the support, implementation, and training. Those three things have set us apart in that many companies, many competitors don't do a good job of that or don't do it at all. And having said that, we have Anouck here who is one of our support reps. Let me turn it over to her
Hello, hi, I'm Anouck. So I've been with Azotel for 5 years. Before that, I used to work at Digicel, the Caribbean, is quite big there. And we implemented the simpler software. So I've experienced it on both sides. So the implementation and as an operator, and also as the support. So I actually know what it's all about. And yeah, so when I do the support, it's coordinating between the operator and the engineers, and also, of course, onboarding. My strength specifically is with the financial parts of the software as well. So, and that's where we excel with the software, among other things that my colleagues already mentioned.
Kind of looking forward into this year and even beyond, what sort of things can we expect from the company, guys?
Yeah, I mean, I can just quickly take that or whatever. So what we see, I suppose, is a maturing of the industry. So in the early days, we used to have a difficult job trying to sell the need for our solution. But now what we have is a very business-focused community here that are building out these networks. So in order to be able to, meet the demands of the government grant schemes that are available, there's a lot more due diligence, a lot more compliance, a lot more reporting that's involved in that or whatever. So you do need now a system like this in order to be able to meet and to be able to, give the confidence to your grant providers that you have this capability to actually deliver on that funding, So that's one aspect of it. The other aspect is, over time we've seen everything from that initial Motorola deployment, as I mentioned, very much proprietary networks through WiMAX onto LTE, onto now fiber is very much a core focus of what we're involved with, So it's the ability to have one platform across all those different access networks as well that is key to it.
All right, and if people want more information on the company, everything you guys have going on, where can they go online?
They can go to solutionsrebiz.com, or we can go to azotel.com. Either one of us have the same amount of information and available.
Fantastic. Well, there you have it. So be sure to check out Azotel online. And of course, live from WISPAPALOOZA, this is CVTV. Everybody take care.